So today, guys, we have a special guest appearance. You guessed it, it is the 6th generation 4Runner, and this time it's the off-road premium model. So this is the first off-road we received. As you can see, it's in my favorite color, the Heritage Blue, and I know it'll be your favorite color as well, guys. There are some differences. Some of them you don't like, some of them you may. So with that being said, let's get right into it. As you can see, the front grille is different. So you do have color key going across the grille right here. You do have your sort of a honeycomb sort of grille here. Very sturdy grille. It is a matte black. So you have your forward-facing camera as well. That's going to be standard on the premium models. And down below, you'll see your fog lights as well. And also, you do have your forward-facing sensors. So that's going to help you with your proximity alert, but it also helps with your safety braking, backing up, going forward, things like that. Across the board on your 4Runners, you can expect LED projector beam headlights and your LED tail lights as well. As I said before, this is the off-road 4Runner. But you're asking, well, Andre, where's the hood scoop? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but no more hood scoop. The hood scoop is gone. It was a trademark symbol of the off-road. So I do like the look of the hood scoop. Some people may not, because some people felt like it was an obstruction. But guys, it's a good look. This is the off-road. Let's dive deeper inside the off-road to tell you what's different on this model that you're not seeing on your 5th generation 4Runner. So underneath the hood, you'll find a 2.4 liter turbo, 8-speed automatic 4-cylinder engine that's going to produce 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, giving you plenty of power for this vehicle at low RPM. So a lot of people basically gonna just cringe when they hear that, guys, but trust me, this vehicle is producing more horsepower than the V6 and the V8, and also more torque, guys. So that's the reality of that. But this engine is more efficient, it's more powerful, and it basically is better torque. You can expect to get 21 miles combined, 19 for your city, 25 miles for your highway in the off-road premium. Now, as you see underneath here, you will have your sound dampening material that's going to keep that sound in the engine bay and out of the cabin of the vehicle. So around the fender flares here, you do get a matte black sort of fender flare here. I would like to see that be color keyed, but that's reserved more so for more like a luxury vehicle, I guess you can say. So more like the limited, the platinum. So you do have your 18-inch gloss black rims here. I would like to see a difference there, but guys, you're gonna see that on the XP package. I don't know about other regions, but our region, I know is gonna introduce a XP Predator package that's gonna make it look more like the Pro, or just different altogether. So I can't wait to see that, guys, and I know you can't wait either. But this is your 18-inch rim here. Nice beefy tire here. This is a 265/70 R18 with these 18-inch rims here. So as you can see, you do have your mud guards there on the front and on the back. You have your running boards there, which is nice. So instead of the Predators there, you got a flat running board there. So a lot of space where you can sort of step up on there. You don't feel like you're gonna slip or anything like that. So it runs the length of the vehicle. So that's a nice touch on this vehicle. So matte black door handles here. You do have your automatic lock and unlock here. And of course, if the battery dies in the car, of course, you have your key where you can take out the fob here. So matte black mirrors here on the off-road. Once again, I would like to see those color key. You think with it being a premium, you would see that color key, but guys, you do have your matte black mirrors here with your integrated turn signal. Perhaps they basically could extend that right there. Gives the people around you a little bit more visibility, but it does have your turn signal, integrated turn signal. And as I mentioned before, it does have a forward-facing camera on the premium, so you have your cameras on the side as well. So across the top here, you do have your rails here. And of course, this is your trademark on the new 6th generation here. So more of a sort of window that rolls across the top, reminiscent of previous generations. And of course, you have your TRD Off Road stamped in black. That is an overlay, ties in with the matte black door handles, the fender flares here. Now, making our way around to the back, you do have your LED lights here. And of course, you have your window here. They kept the window here that actually rolls down. Now your wiper is tucked up underneath here, so if it comes down, it's gonna come down, wash that, and back up, so it cleans it up nice. And of course, you do have your brake light up top. Toyota stamp right there in the middle, okay? You're gonna have your 4Runner running across the bottom and your in black there. You're gonna have your color key parking sensors, and of course, you have once again, you have your matte black that's sort of tied into the bumper. As I mentioned before, there's your backup camera washer, of course, your backup camera. That's gonna wash that at the same time it washes the back windshield. As in the last generation, you can power down this back window here, okay? So you can power down just by pressing this button here, and you can also power it back up. using that same button. And on your premium models, you're going to have your power back door. Now in this model here, this is going to be a jack in the back right here. So on previous generations, that jack is going to be down a little bit lower. You do have additional storage here. So if you want to relax at the beach, guys, just hang out in the back. You're out of the sun and you're relaxing. So you can store your drinks right in there. You got additional space. You even have a cargo net in this particular model. And our models do come with a front bracket plate because some states do require that. And you see your first aid kit there because you never know if you're going to need that. So if you're hanging out and you really need that, then your first aid kit is right there, guys. So that's nice and convenient. It velcros to the back side of the seat if you want it. You have your mats here. These are your all-weather mats. And this particular model comes with an emergency assistance kit. So that's nice to have. So if you basically need to change your tire or something like that, then you do have that in the back. Now this particular model also, as you can see, does have your all-weather mat. Has your tethers right here. So if you want to tie things down, you can. So there's a tether right there, another tether there. So you have a total of 4. There's your other one there. You have a 400-watt inverter back in the back, which you can energize from the front. There's a speaker right there as well. So you have a JBL speaker. And if you want a cargo cover, guys, you can get that. So it basically is already outfitted for that. That is an accessory that you can get from your local parts department at your local Toyota dealership. So you can add that as well. And that's where you're going to latch in right here. So once you get that cargo cover sort of installed, you can actually cover it and just latch it right in there. You're going to have a full-size diameter spare for your 4Runner. And of course you have your connectors here. So it's a little under there. So you have your connectors. Of course you have your cover right here because your towing package is standard. The 4Runner will tow up to 6,000 pounds. So that is up from the 5,000 pounds from the previous generation on the 4Runner. So now, obviously guys, we have a couple of different buttons here. One button, you can actually close the back door here. The other one, you can actually close it and lock it. So we're gonna press that one there. So it closes and you see the lights flash and that vehicle will lock at that time. And there you go. That vehicle is locked now. On the inside of the off-road premium here, you're gonna see hard touch material on the doors here, right in here. Soft touch material here. You got your TRD stamp there. Of course, you have your sort of a unique design there in the handle right here, which is nice. Of course, all your window sort of controls here, up, down, actually locks your windows here, lock and unlock, left and right for your adjustment of your windows. You're also gonna have your memory seats here, so which is nice. Now, here's something that you guys may really like. On the previous generation, you never had power adjustment for your steering wheel. So now you can adjust this using power, but whenever you adjust that and set your memory seats here, it's actually gonna adjust the steering wheel as well, which is nice at the same time that it adjusts the seats here. So that's pretty nice. You have your storage right here in the doors. You have your cup holder. So looks like you have at least two cup holders here, 2 bottle holders, and you have additional space here where you can put things. So 8-way adjustable here. You do have your 4-way lumbar that basically is going to go in and out, and you can run that bladder up and down as well. And of course you have your unique design in the seats here, guys. That's a pretty nice design there. Very similar to what you're going to see on the what you're seeing on the Pros. So Tacoma Pro, the Tundra Pro, you're seeing the sort of same design. I really like this design. It would be nice if they had a different color choice in the seats here, but your black SofTex is your only choice in the seats here. On the passenger side, they're going to get power seats also. So they're going to get a 4-way lumbar, which is nice, okay? So they get that 4-way lumbar and 8-way adjustable as well. So you get storage over here, as I mentioned before. This right here is like a little hook here where you can basically, like if you're going on a trip or something like that, you can hang a little bag there. You may want to put like trash or something in there, guys. So, but this is really nice that the passenger does get your 4-way lower lumbar and your 8-way adjustable as well. Going to the panel here, you do have your adjustment of your lights. So anytime you're towing something, that's going to weigh that back down and your lights tend to shine up. So this is going to redirect your lights down. You have your illumination of your dash here where you can raise and lower. Of course, your fuel door release right here. You have your automatic high beam lights, lane departure, adaptive cruise control. That's part of your Toyota safety sense. The 4Runner, the 6th generation 4Runner, is going to have your latest Toyota safety sense, so 3.0. That's going to include things like a proactive driver assist and your safe exit assist. So those are features that you're seeing on other Toyotas as well. So you have your traction control. Now, guys, this is a part-time 4-wheel drive. It is not a full-time, so therefore you do have to engage the 4-wheel drive through a transfer case, and I'll show you that shortly. But just know that anytime anytime you're driving the vehicle, it operates in rear-wheel drive until you engage that transfer case and engage the front differential with the back. So this traction control right here, actually, if the back wheel slip, then it applies the brakes. You do have your inverter here, which you have an inverter in the back on the right-hand side. And of course, because it has a power gate here, you can actually push this right here to raise and lower that gate. Now here, you do have your automatic high beam lights. That is part of your Toyota Safety Sense. So you can turn your fog lights on and off here. Like I said, I mentioned before, you do have a power adjustment, which is nice. You never saw that on a previous generation of your 4Runners. Here on the steering wheel, so very traditional to what's going on in your other 4Runners here, your other sort of Toyotas. Of course, you have your Bluetooth here where you can press once to pick up, press again to disconnect. Of course, you have your voice command. Your voice command allows you to actually not only tune the radio, you can change the temperature, you can change the fan speed, so things like that, commands that come through the car itself. And of course, you have your volume control. On the right-hand side here, you have your sort of cancel here for your cruise control. This is how you can activate your adaptive cruise control or your constant cruise control. Your difference being that one brakes and one doesn't. This is how you set your adaptive cruise control or your constant. Just know that your constant is only going to engage at 30 miles per hour, and anything below 30 miles per hour, then it relinquishes control to you. This right here is going to be your lane keep assist. That keeps you in the middle of your lane. So not meant to drive for you, but it will physically go around a curve, guys. It's just looking for that correction, so keep that in mind. Mode button, two different functions. You can press and hold it. It will mute or pause whether or not you listen to the radio or you're on a phone call. Press it again, it'll unmute it. But you have to hold about 3 seconds. If you press it once, it's going to jump between AM, FM, XM, which is complimentary for 90 days, guys. This arrow to the left and right, you should have 8 presets on the 14-inch screen, which is standard in your premium models. And you can go between those different radio stations using this right here without basically taking your attention off the road. You'll also see a direct tether for your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So if your passengers are needing to charge their device, don't plug here. You're going to charge it there. If you plug here, then they're going to interrupt your favorite tunes or either interrupt your navigating. On this model, you do have your upgraded audio, so it does have your JBL speakers on the A-pillows there. And there's your flex speaker, guys, where you can take that out and you can party at the beach. You can take it out for a tailgate and you can listen to your favorite tunes there. So you'll see that as well. Of course, you have your vanity mirrors here and your light goes on and off as you basically open and close that. Now, no digital review mirror, but you do have a automatic dimming mirror here with your home link where you can actually link your garage door with that. Of course, you have a push button start here, so nice red push button start. On this side here, you do have your wipers and everything. If you press it forward, that's going to wash the back. It also has a backup camera washer, so if you push it forward, that's going to wash the back windshield and the backup camera. You pull it towards you, that's going to wash the front. And if you basically turn this knob right here, that's going to activate your back windshield wiper, guys. And that's going to change the intensity of the front. You do have your smart flow right here, so that's going to shut off the zones that are not being occupied. So if you have people in the back and this button is active right here, it may shut off that zone in the back. But you only have a single zone, guys, so just know that. But it's going to shut off those vents, okay? There's your heated steering wheel right there. It's going to heat up at 9 and 3 here. So there's your heated seats. Temperature control here, so nice big knobs here. Of course, you have your heated seats, ventilated seats. That's going to be standard in your premium model, so you'll see that in your premium models, which is nice. You only had heated seats before in the premium models of old, whether or not it was an SR5 or off-road premium in the 5th generation. So you have your different sort of controls here for your AC and everything. And of course, you have your fan speed right here. Hazard lights here on this side, and of course, that's going to be for your passenger, your heated seats, ventilated seats. Volume control right here in the middle, so nice big knob. So if you need to shut it off, just press this button right here to shut it off. Turn it on again, just press that again, or like I said, you can turn it up. Or if you're driving, like I said, just use these buttons right here, okay? And then you keep your keep your eyes on the road here and not over there, okay? Now you do have your space right here where you can put keys or anything like that, or cell phone in there if you have like a smaller cell phone. My cell phone probably wouldn't fit in there because I have a Max, so it's not as big as that, so you might be able to fit a smaller one in there, but just be mindful if you turn and it may slide out. So, of course, your glove compartment here, so you got your glove compartment, and of course you got your additional storage right here on your passenger side, and there's your TRD stamped in the door. Bottle holders right there in the door. This particular model does have your wireless charging. So this little piece right here is going to keep that cell phone from sliding. So if you put your cell phone in here and charge it, it's going to stop that piece from sliding, so it's not going to slide whenever you turn, so that's nice. And of course, you have your USB-Cs there. You got a 12 volt right here, and you got some additional space right down here as well. So you can see the additional space down there. Now, like I mentioned before, this is a 4-wheel drive here, guys. So that is your 4-wheel drive right there, as you can see. So that's your 4 low, 4 high, and 2 high. You want to drive the vehicle in 2 high. You never want to make any U-turns or turn into any parking spaces using these particular ones right here, because the wheels that have the shortest distance to turn can't turn at a different speed. So therefore, your vehicle goes into what they call a dive, or those parts bind. Neither one of those is good, guys. So you're really messing up your components if you're doing that. So make sure that you're not doing any U-turns or turning into a parking space unless that the road conditions allow those wheels to slip. Also, another thing you might want to be aware of, if you're new to a 4-wheel drive, a part-time, not a full-time, you want to make sure you engage this probably twice a month, and that's going to keep those parts lubricated. So you can engage this one on the fly. That basically means you can engage it at 35 miles per hour, around 30 or 35 miles per hour, something like that. You can engage it as you drive, and you can disengage it. Now, but like I said, keep in mind, no U-turns or any parking, anything like that, not unless the conditions allow the wheels to slip, the road conditions, okay? This 4 low, of course, you want to make sure that you're either in park or either in neutral when you engage your 4 low, okay? And I wouldn't engage it right away. I would engage your 4 high and then take it to your 4 low. And then you're going to put it in reverse or either drive once you're ready to actually proceed. But you want to make sure you engage both of those. And that's just going to keep those parts lubricated, guys. So keep that in mind. That's going to keep that money in your pocket. Otherwise, you may end up at the dealership with a hefty bill, because now you got to replace those components that are now damaged. Parking brake here. So anytime you put it in drive, it's going to disengage. Anytime you put it in park, it's going to re-engage. And of course, your hold button right here, that's going to hold your brakes in place roughly about 3 minutes. After that 3 minutes, it's going to engage your parking brakes here. And your parking brakes, once they engage, only thing you have to do is put your foot on the brakes right here and basically press this button down right here. And that's the only time you have to do that. Going right here to your transfer case. Now you turn it left and right. That's going to go between your Sport, your normal, and your Eco. Of course, you have your tow haul mode, and that's going to basically help you sort of stay in more of a control of the vehicle and turn off that overdrive once you're actually once you're towing something. So your multi-terrain select, that's something you're seeing in your off-road vehicles. Anytime it's an off-road or something like that. So that goes between your sand, your rock, your mud, things like that. And it basically minimizes the slip of the wheels, and therefore it transfers between whichever wheel that actually may have traction. So that's what that is for. And of course, your DAC and your crawl control is actually just controlling the vehicle as far as acceleration. So you'll be able to turn this right here, and your crawl control will be able to activate according to whether or not you want it at a low speed, medium speed, or high speed. So keep that in mind. Now also keep in mind, guys, now when you're changing this right here, you don't want to just pull it. You want to basically, when you're engaging your 4-wheel drive, push this right here, and then you want to change it, guys. See how easy that is once you push it? So if you basically don't push it, it's not going to turn. So push that in, and then you can turn it easily. But your crawl control is only available in your 4-wheel drive. So crawl control is not available otherwise. This vehicle, as I said before, does have your forward-facing camera. So that is your view right there. So you can set it up so that anything below 7 miles per hour, your forward-facing camera will pop on, or your panoramic view monitor, bird's eye. It's all the same thing. You can press that, and you can actually activate that so it pops on at 7 miles per hour. And next to that, of course, this is traditional in your off-road. You do have your rear locking differential. Only engage that once you stop, guys. Do not engage that when you're driving, because that's going to lock those 2 back wheels. So you want to stop and then press this button right here to engage it. So additional cup holders here. You have some storage right in the middle right there. So plenty of storage for additional things, shades, wallets, change, anything like that. So up top here, you do have your button right here where you can actually lower the back window back here. So of course you have your lights right here where you can turn on and off. This vehicle does have a moonroof. The moonroof is a add-on, guys. That is not a standard feature. Just like in your previous 5th generation, you can have the off-road with and without the moonroof. So that is a $850 option, so you can get or not. That's going to open up your moonroof here. That's going to be a tilt over on this side. This rocker switch right here, of course, that's going to be your off for your lights if you want the lights to come on the door, and that's going to be all on for your lights. This right here, your safety connect, so that's complimentary for 10 years. If the airbags deploy, anything like that, guys, it automatically calls out to local authorities. So it's a really great feature to have. Please make sure that your salesperson registers you for that. once you buy your vehicle, your new 4Runner or whatever Toyota you buy. Make sure that's registered, guys. It is a really great feature. Don't be afraid to actually use that, guys. So whenever you're in an accident, guys, I had a friend of mine that actually didn't have this before, and they almost lost their life because they didn't have this and nobody knew where they were, guys. So this actually alerts you according to your GPS location, and also calls out to local authorities to make sure they're responding to your last location in a fast manner. So guys, it is a really great feature. So let's check out the back. So in the back side of the 4Runner, of course, same thing. So hard touch material on the door, soft touch material here, storage compartment in the doors, cup holder right here in the door, so it's not down low right here. That's the speaker. And of course, you have your seats that sort of rock forward, kind of like the Land Cruiser. So sort of just rock forward there. So that's a pretty nice feature. Or you can just fold them flat. So if you want them flat, you have your tethers on top. You have your 2 sets of anchors on the bottom right there. You have your armrest here with your additional cup holders, pockets on the back side of the seats, which is nice to see. So you do have pockets on the driver and the passenger. Of course, your vents in the back where you can shut those off or not. You can open them up, shut them off. 2 USB-Cs here, and there's your inverter right there, guys. So you do have that as well in the back. So basically, if your passengers want to charge like an iPad or something like that, they can charge that on the go. So guys, that is your 2025 4Runner Off-Road Premium. Do you think you might want to change the tires out? Do you think you might want to do some modifications? Make it yours. I'm eager to know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you again for joining me. Find me right here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Also find me right here at Fred Anderson Toyota. We'll see you next time, guys.